Eddy Willems is a cybersecurity expert and joins us now live from Brussels. Welcome to the News Hour. Oh, this is a very interesting subject. I'm sure our audience and myself we're wondering who is watching us and where. Just how prevalent is facial recognition software? That's the question.
Yeah, well, facial recognition software is of course everywhere these days, and it's becoming actually a bigger and bigger problem. First of all, it is becoming very accurate. That's one thing, and also actually it's also easy to use because you can use it on your phone, and it is also used in several other occasions, of course. On the negative side, however, and there's the problem. You could see, because all those facial recognition and all the facial data can be centralized in central database, which of course can be hacked, and that's one thing. A second thing is, of course, we could have insider attacks as well. People, of course, trying to manipulate, of course, as well also the facial data. And the biggest issue, I think, in my opinion, is of course the privacy issue. Do you want to give your face, into a database? And that's a big problem, I think.
Can we even control that, giving our face, or our face being given to a database? Can we even control that?
Yes. Actually, yes. There are possibilities. Actually, in Europe at this moment, for instance, we have what we call the General Data Protection Regulation, and that actually controls more or less what we can do if you want to give your face into a database or not, and something like that. So, of course, is this enough? We don't know yet, because it's, of course, an emergent technology. We see much more possibilities. And actually, the problem is, of course, that you have cameras just a little bit everywhere at this moment. So maybe more regulations will come in the next years. That's also a possibility. But I think if we look to the EU with the General Data Protection Regulation, I think we have a good step in the future already.
Okay. Eddy, you've mentioned the negatives, and this is an emerging technology, but surely there are some positives.
Yes, of course, because the positive side, it's very easy. If you want to pay with your face, it is possible these days. If you want to open your smartphone, it is possible these days. Maybe there will be a change needed, because maybe not the whole part of your body is needed. There are actually academics looking into the possibility of scanning actually your ear. And that seems to be even better recognizable than even your fingerprint. So maybe that could be a solution in the future as well. We don't know yet.
Many unknowns. And just very quickly, in 30 seconds, what about racial profiling?
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Racial profiling is, of course, one of the other dangers, of course, which could come up. If you see that, of course, cameras can distinguish between black and white and everything else. So this is, of course, one of the other dangers if we don't have good regulations. But I do think that there will be more regulations coming into that. And I think the GDPR in Europe is definitely a good example for that.
Okay. Eddy Willems, cybersecurity analyst, live from Brussels there for us. Thank you very much indeed.